am greatly honored to address your 21st Congress today. The League of Filipino Students has been a consistent youth organization upholding the political line of national democracy against U.S. imperialism, feudalism, and bureaucrat capitalism for almost 49 years since its founding on September 11, 1977. I congratulate you for your achievements in the past years, adding to your accumulation of successes since your founding. I am positive that your Congress will push you forward and achieve greater victories. Your call for the Congress, rectify our errors and strengthen the League, forge the militant force of the youth to fight imperialist wars and plunder, advance the struggle for national democracy, is of outstanding significance as LFS members from various regions will gather again to conduct a thoroughgoing analysis, summing up, and draw up long-term plans and resolutions for further advancing the anti-imperialist struggle of the youth and the people. This Congress is very important for us in confronting the worsening world crisis today. Various wars are erupting in the world, led by the U.S. imperialists, and their grip on the Philippines as a semi-colony is also tightening. However, the resistance of the youth in the Philippines and other parts of the world is also growing stronger. You must rapidly consolidate throughout the country in order to organize more youth who will stand up and militantly fight U.S. imperialism and advance the struggle for national democracy. This year underscores the gravity of the problems confronting us as corruption, injustice, and abuses threaten the Filipino youth as part of the Marcos arsenal of fascist tactics so as to maintain his grip on power and preserve the ruling system by suppressing the aspirations of the youth and the people for social change. These realities shape the political, economic, and social conditions this year. Today, youth activism is once more energizing, especially on the issue of corruption by the U.S. Marcos regime due to the massive embezzlement of funds earmarked for flood control and other infrastructure projects. I know that you have a great role to play in arousing, organizing, and mobilizing not only the youth but the entire people for a strong campaign to oust Marcos and Duterte from power. It is very important to further energize and expand the masses of youth, workers, urban poor, and rural peasants who are suffering the worst blows of corruption. The challenge for students and youth to go to the factories, communities, and the rural areas to help arouse, organize, and mobilize millions of people is great, and I know that you're taking up this challenge. You must learn about the historical background of the revolutionary movement in the Philippines and the models of revolutionary militancy such as Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, and Gregorio del Pilar among the Filipino youth and among the advocates of national democracy against the onslaught of U.S. imperialist aggression, which through the most brutal military operations and through deception beguiled the ruling classes and instituted the semi-colonial and semi-feudal system that exists in the country and which the youth and the people's movement continue to resist today. The youth today face three basic problems: U.S. imperialism, feudalism, and bureaucrat capitalism. These are the principal causes of poverty, unemployment, inadequate education, ill health, crime, and immorality which afflict the entire nation and the youth. The youth do not only suffer with their people the iniquities of U.S. imperialism and feudalism, but are also the first ones to suffer them. It is the task of the Filipino youth to study carefully the large confrontation of forces between U.S. imperialism and feudalism on one side and national democracy on the other side. To know the nature of this contradiction of forces is to know the dynamism and internal motion of our semi-colonial and semi-feudal society, so that they can act effectively on the side of progress in the historical process of change. It is clear that these issues call for your utmost dedication, seriousness, vigilance, and courage in confronting corruption in all its forms, as well as consistency in standing up for human dignity, difficult that this may be under current circumstances. The consequences of inaction or division will be felt by us all. LFS is being challenged to strengthen its work on the ground, speak clearly and responsibly to the public, and to lead those who will carry this work forward. Doing so will ensure that 2026 will be a year of change, marked by meaningful progress towards justice, accountability, and peace. You must take up and campaign hard against the relentless aerial bombings and strafing by the armed forces of the Philippines that have killed children in mountain communities, the most recent ones being committed in Mindoro and in other parts of the country. I know that you have learned of the death of Jerlyn Rose Doidora and the military incarceration of Chantal Anicoche, who returned from the United States to serve the indigenous people in Mindoro, and whom the military surfaced only because of public outcry. You must lend your voices to the people's clamor for justice. Build networks with your fellow youth and the broad masses of the people to fight corruption, injustice, abuse of power, the grave social ills plaguing the people. The iniquitous ownership and distribution of the country's resources and oppressive conditions suffered by the toiling masses under the minority ruling classes who hold economic power and political power. You must expose and oppose how Marcos and his bureaucrat capitalist cohorts and their big bourgeois comprador accomplices amass hundreds of billions of pesos from rigged government contracts, while the majority of our people toil day in and day out to survive increasingly intolerable economic and social conditions. You must expose and oppose how workers' wages are kept low despite the rising cost of living, how millions of workers are jobless and forced to eke out a living as contractual, outsourced, gig, or platform workers, how peasants suffer from landlessness, dispossession, and militarization, how fisher folk are deprived of their fishing grounds by big capitalist trawlers, how jeepney drivers are being dislocated by corporate takeover of the routes and franchises, and how all other oppressed classes suffer from myriad and other forms of injustices. You yourselves as youth are denied of your right to education. The small percentage of you who make it to colleges and universities suffer repression and face the bleak prospect of unemployment or lack of decent employment. You must help raise the people's awareness of the class analysis of our semi-colonial and semi-feudal social system in the Philippines. You must help deepen the historical knowledge of the people's resistance to the rotten reactionary state and the revolutionary need to struggle to completely change the current system. You must seize the great opportunity to strengthen your organization and your organization's partners to serve as a solid framework for the long-term struggle. Strengthen the call to go to the countryside so that the revolutionary movement can continue to renew its life and make the national democratic revolution towards socialism a success. During the time of the father of this current president, the youth actively refused to be used as tools of fascist propaganda through fascist organizations such as Kabataang Barangay and the Youth Civic Action Program. They actively created their own organizations to advance national and democratic goals. They exposed the fascist dictatorship and its foreign and feudal masters for their inability to create meaningful jobs and resisted all attempts to force them to serve in the military. It is commendable that you are doing the same today during the current Marcos regime. Kabataang Makabayan was founded in 1964 as a comprehensive organization of patriots and progressives aged 15 to 35 from among students, workers, peasants, professionals, and other sectors. Its mission is to continue the unfinished Philippine Revolution against foreign and feudal power and to support the working class as the leading class in the new democratic revolution until socialism. I am aware that this is also your mission. Like Kabataang Makabayan, LFS is attractive because of its national and democratic program, which you always promote in the form of militant protest actions and other forms of expression, and through allying with the struggles of the workers and peasants. The workers and peasants are the core in building the party, the New People's Army, and the National United Front that is now at the forefront of the revolution in our country. You must firmly grasp the task of raising the revolutionary consciousness of the youth, organizing and mobilizing them in various struggles to advance the just cause of achieving national independence, democracy, social justice, economic development through genuine land reform and national industrialization, and attaining national scientific and mass culture. You must wage a cultural revolution and demand the national democratic reorientation of the educational system, mass media, and the social superstructure. Reject the colonial, feudal, and bourgeois imperialist culture. Be a fresh force to overthrow regressive and anti-popular culture and create the progressive culture responsive to the aspirations of the nation and the masses. You must closely study and analyze the conditions in Philippine society for the purpose of imparting what you have learned to your fellow youth and further on to the broad masses of the people. The role of students and other educated youth is extremely important in any movement that fights for the national and democratic interests of the people. Their minds are open to new ideas. When motivated along democratic and anti-imperialist lines, they become a powerful force for social change. They serve as instruments in the dissemination of scientific and progressive ideas to others and serve as catalysts for other sectors to join the struggle to change society. As youth, you reject the imposition of war on youth for the sake of imperialist interests. You must mobilize the youth to protest against the unequal treaties with the United States in the economic and military field, against new U.S. dictates in every field, such as the Visiting Forces Agreement and the so-called Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement that allows the United States to rotate troops into the country for extended stays and to build and operate facilities on Philippine bases. You must continue to protest and insist on their unconstitutionality. You must insist that the efforts of the Filipino youth should be focused on building national democracy and on resisting all imperialist impositions that hinder and destroy our freedom as a nation. You must conduct ideological work, study Marxism, Leninism, Maoism, to guide you in your efforts to rectify errors, strengthen your organization, and to improve practical work. You must have a firm grasp of dialectical and historical materialism for understanding the fundamental nature of the semi-colonial and semi-feudal system of our country and how to change it. You must continue to sharpen your scientific outlook, to deepen your understanding of our country's history and the current circumstances of the broad masses of the people under the semi-colonial and semi-feudal system. The youth are divided into two opposing sides of history, each side trying to attract the indifferent among the political spectrum. In this regard, it is important to know that the youth, more than their elders, are also more open to new and progressive things. You recognize that youth is the best age for revolution. This does not mean that progressive adults are excluded from the ranks of revolutionaries. However, their spirit is young because of their revolutionary experience and continuing revolutionary future. Under the current circumstances, the League of Filipino Students is required to raise to a new and higher level its resolve and militant efforts to arouse, organize, and mobilize the student masses in universities, colleges, institutes, and high schools against U.S. imperialism and the worst of the reactionaries in power. You must study and learn from the masses and realize the profound necessity of waging the people's democratic revolution propelled by the intolerable oppression and exploitation under Marcos, as well as by future rulers of the reactionary ruling system. In taking up issues, LFS must undertake mass protest actions, convocations, seminars, publications, cultural performances, exhibits, and other forms and other means involving the enlightenment and active participation of the student masses. You must engage in alliances and the cooperative activities with all types of student organizations as well as other campus organization and must attract students who are still unorganized. Your Congress now is a means of consolidation. You sum up, analyze, and learn from your experience and set forth new tasks for the growth and advance of your organization in the national democratic struggle. At every level, from national down to the local chapter, you can likewise perform the same act of consolidation. As regards ideological consolidation, the League must make sure through its chapter that every member gets a basic education on the LFS Declaration of Principles, Program of Action, and Constitution, and on the National Democratic Program as it pertains to the student masses as well as to the entire people. Old members should serve as instructors of new members in seminars. Every member should not only understand the basic principles of the national democratic movement, but should also learn to apply and articulate these principles in concrete circumstances. All members have taken the basic course on the student movement and the comprehensive national democratic movement must take higher or special courses organized either by the LFS or other national democratic organizations and alliances. All members, whether as individuals or in groups, should be further encouraged to read and study certain materials which can raise their grasp of revolutionary theory. The capability of members to serve as seminar and as rally speakers must be developed. Special educational or cultural talents such as writing, acting, painting, singing, playing musical instruments, etc. must also be encouraged, developed, and correctly oriented. Members can be formed into teams for social investigation and mass work, including service and integration in factories, urban and rural communities, and professional groups. During extended vacation, study and training camps may also be organized all over the country. All these activities can deepen the commitment of LFS members to struggle for national democracy and enable them to discover what best they can do to serve the people. As regards political consolidation, there must be a periodic checkup as well as assessment of the political work of every chapter, its officers and members. Collective and individual responsibilities in political work must be assigned and results must be evaluated. The comprehensive national democratic line must be promoted among all students. Specific issues must be promptly taken up. The means and method of mobilizing the student masses must be increased and improved on. Every member must be required to bring with him a certain number of prospective recruits or sympathizers to mass activities in which LFS opts to participate and bring the largest possible number of students. Every member must strive to lead at least a squad of at least 10 prospective recruits or sympathizers, especially in major mass actions. The performance of officers and members assigned to do alliance work on and off campus must be checked up on a periodic and timely basis. The LFS must always see to it that its allies are increasing rather than decreasing. The success of alliance work must be confirmed by the increasing number of students and other people in mass mobilizations. LFS must make an accounting of the number of spontaneous student participants in its mass activities. The reason for the increased stagnation or decrease in the number of such participants must be sought so that appropriate measures can be adopted. As regards organizational consolidation, all members must acquire basic organizational skills. Every member must fulfill the obligation of recruiting a certain minimum number of fellow students over a certain period and must be encouraged to overfulfill this obligation in accordance with ability. Organizational consolidation should mean the upgrading of the ability and capability of the organization, its members, to expand the membership. All members must go through sessions or meetings stressing their recruitment tasks, rating their performance, and learning the correct methods of recruitment. LFS must develop a bigger number of devoted and capable leaders to be able to lead its existing chapters more effectively as well as to create new ones. More initiative must be taken to cover all colleges and universities and even high schools in the country. A great number of leaders can be produced only if there is a greater number of chapters and members that never cease to raise the level of their consciousness and militancy along the national democratic line. I am confident that you will continue to make greater contributions to the eventual victory of the people against the evil forces of U.S. imperialism, feudalism, and bureaucrat capitalism, all of which now have their concentrated expression in the dictatorial regime of the current U.S. Marcos clique. In this regard, I enjoin you to read, study, apply, and promote the writings of my late husband, Joma, among the people. Heed his call to integrate with the masses, follow the mass line, and serve the people with passion and dedication. I call on you to stay on the correct revolutionary path, carrying the torch of freedom. Thus, you ensure that his legacy lives on, and you and the people continue to benefit from his guidance in the struggle for a new and better world. May his guidance during your Congress offer you the perspective and renewal to help shape a better future for generations of our people. Joma said in Youth on the March, the unfulfilled aspirations of the nation and the masses throb in the hearts and minds of the young. Only through militant struggle can the best in the youth emerge. Only through the struggle can become more evident the constant replenishment of the fighting forces by the ceaseless flow of new blood. Long live the League of Filipino Students. Long live the Filipino people. Victory to the People's Democratic Revolution.